Hello, thank you so much for coming. I'm Kit Sawyer, class of 77.
And I'm Terry Miller-May, class of 74.
Welcome.
Hey, nice to see you. Okay, we just wanted to let y'all in on a little bit of the process that's gone into putting this show together. We've been talking about this for a very, very long time, and about 6 years ago we were off campus, and at that time we started talking about when we come back, we really do want to put on an alumni show.
So now we're on campus, and this is and we have had a great deal of help. We've not only had the alums that have joined us, but we've had people come backstage and work in crew and on lights. It's really wonderful, and we are also, it's the time to tell you that the show this evening is dedicated to our families who are here tonight, and we couldn't have done it without the people that are on the stage.
The cast you'll see tonight represents someone from just a lot of the graduating class. About 21 different graduating classes are represented on stage tonight, and they range in age from 18 to 55.
We have grandparents in our cast, as well as brand new parents. Kevin Bale's baby was born yesterday, and his wife said, on with the show. So we welcome Catherine Bales.
Everyone involved with the show has been so excited for so long. As a matter of fact, John Ganter had mentioned that he's been waiting 36 years for this to happen.
And even though their ages and their experiences are different, we have really come together, which shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, as a community during the process of the show.
Okay. We didn't memorize this yet.
As you can see.
There's been a wonderful feeling of teamwork among everyone who's been involved with the show. And just as it was when they were in high school, everyone banded together to put on this production. The excitement level was all still the same. The hormones are a little different now that we're older, but everything else is virtually the same when you go about putting on a musical production of this magnitude.
And in our past years, we did the cast fit rehearsals in through homework and football and dance classes, and now they're fitting the rehearsals in their children's homework and football of their kids and dance classes. And we have found it really very, very, very touching. It's been a wonderful experience because Miss May and I are just a portion of the 40-year history of Bishop Lynch's program. There are so many other important people that came before us, and without exception, every single cast member has mentioned their director as someone that truly, director, choreographers, the Bishop Lynch Blackfriars have truly left an impact on their life. The people that performed under Father Shanahan will comment about how he gave them confidence.
And the people who performed under Brother Roger will talk about how, what did they talk about?
Lots of things.
Oh, lots of things. Then pretty much everyone who performed with Brother Roger emailed and said, you did invite him, didn't you?
Yes.
So we just wanted everyone to know that yes, we did, and yes, he's here. So
yes, and the dedication involved, and how the people that worked under Brother Roger oftentimes will talk about how he encouraged them to do more than they could. The people that performed under Joe Heffernan spoke about how the things that he taught them have stayed with them today.
And the people that actually performed under Kit Sawyer are pretty amazed that they can actually dance. She's told them that they could, and they do.
So really, this is a love letter to all of the people that have had a hand in the Bishop Lynch program from the very first year till this year is 40th. And we would like for you to just sit back and relax and really enjoy your family. Thank you.
Tell us about Harry. Yeah, tell us about her. Was she really the greatest spy ever? Well, she certainly did get results.
I can hand, reap, and steer, or ship a silver tea. I am never known to quail at the fury of a gale, and I never, never sink at sea. What's never, never, what's never? Hardly ever, he's hardly ever sink at sea. So give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the hardy captain of the Pinafore. So give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore. I do my best to satisfy you all, and you will quite content. You're exceedingly polite, and I think it only right to return your compliment. You're exceedingly polite, and you think it only right to return the compliment. Bad language or abuse I never, never use, whatever the emergency. More often as I may occasionally say, I never use a big, big deal. What's never? No, never. What's never? Well, hardly ever swears a big, big deed. So give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the well-bred captain of the Pinafore. Give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pinafore.
And so, young Prince Balder, after having slain the dragon Fafnir, rescued the Princess Frigga, and together they mounted his horse Trigga, and rode off to the castle Wunderbar, where they were married and lived happily ever after. Well, I'm glad. They all lived happily, happily, happily ever after. The couple lives happily, leaving the chapel eternally tied. As a curtain descends, there is nothing but loving and laughter. When the fairy tale ends, the heroine's always a bride. Ella, the girl of the sisters, did the wash in the walls and the windows, but she landed a prince who was brawny and blue-eyed and wise. Still, I honestly doubt that she could ever have done it without that crazy lady with the wand. Cinderella had outside help. I have no one but me. Fairy godmother, 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 where can you be? I haven't got a fairy godmother. I haven't even got a godmother. I have a mother, a plain, ordinary woman. Snow White was so pretty, they tell us, that the queen was insulted and jealous. When the mirror declared that Snow White was the fairest of all. She was jumped on the corner, but was saved by some men who adored her. Oh, I grant you, they were small, but there were 7 of them, practically a regiment. I'm alone in the
doesn't act as though he cared, but deep inside, I know he cares, and that is why I'm tied right by his side. As long as he needs me. Oh yes, he does need me. In spite of what you see, I know that he needs me. Who else would love him still when they've been used so ill? He knows I always will, as long as he needs me. I miss him so much when he is gone, but when he's near me, I can't let on the way I feel inside, the love I have to hide, the hell I got, my pride, as long as he needs me. As long as he needs me, I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly, as long as he needs me. As long as life is long, I'll love him right or wrong, and somehow I'll be strong, as long as he
the lamb. Still out past her feet, past her heart, morning, running, past she gets cold, whirling through the shower. She's gentle, she is wild, she's a riddle, she's a child, she's a headache, she's a angel, she's a girl. How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch your cloud and pin it down? How do you find the word that means Maria? Of liberty, timid, a will-o-wisp, a cloud. Many a thing you know you'd like to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you kick away the longest hand? Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold a cookie in your
Why on goodness, why? Why on goodness, why? 8 years of kindness to your neighbor, making sure that the meek are treated well. 8 years of philanthropic labor, very down hell, yeah, but it's hell. Oh, why on goodness, why? Why? It's been depressing all the way, dairy down, getting glummer every day, dairy down. Let's burn a little town or slay a dozen men, anything to laugh again. Oh, why on goodness, why?
When I think of the rollicking pleasures that earlier filled my life, lolly-lo, lolly-lo. Like the night I beheaded a man who was eating his naked wife.
Lolly-lo.
I can still hear his widow say, never moving from where she lay, tell me what can I do? I beg, sir, of you, your kindness to repay.
Why on goodness, why? Why on goodness, why? When 3 wives have been arrested, a maid in his ever-boring dress. Virgins can wander unmolested. Lolly-lo, let get it to sweat. Oh, why on goodness, why? Why?
responsibility of a sister to teach your brother. So she's teaching me. Boy, is she intelligent.
You see this tree? It's called the fir tree. It's called the fir tree because it gives us fur coats. It also gives us wool in the wintertime.
Wow, that's really interesting. I didn't know that.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree, an oak. You can tell how old it is by counting its leaves.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Wait a minute, Lucy. I don't mean to interfere, but
And way up there, those fluffy little white things, those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things, those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
Is that so?
They run around all day long, tugging at every little tiny seedling until it grows into a giant blade of grass.
That's amazing.
good grief.
And this thing here, it's called a hydrant. They grow all over, and no one seems to know just how a little thing like that gives so much water.
Gosh, Lucy, I can't figure it out either.
Do you see that bird? It's called an eagle. But since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow. On Christmas and Thanksgiving, we eat them.
Now, listen, now, listen, I just cannot stand it.
And way up there, the little stars and planets make the rain that falls in showers. And when it's cold and winter is upon us, the snow comes up, just like the flowers.
Now, Lucy, I know that's wrong. Snow doesn't come up. It comes down.
After it comes up, the wind blows it around to make it look like it's coming down. But actually, it's coming up out of the ground like grass. It comes up, Charlie Brown. Snow comes up.
Oh, good grief.
Why is Charlie Brown banging his head against that tree?
To loosen the bark to make the tree grow faster. Come along, Linus.
It's so nice to be back home where I belong. You're looking swell, Manny, I can tell. Danny, you're still glowing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. I feel the room
for being so nice to us because we just don't have our act quite yet where we want it to be. So if we forget something, the people in the pit are gonna, in the booth will remind us. Okay. In your programs, there was an insert with some lyrics to a song.
Oh, boy. We're sure hoping that was.
I see a few people holding them up like Vanna. All right, please don't lose that. We're going to be using it later. It's an audience participation kind of thing. So don't lose it. Secondly, we wanted to let you know that there will be refreshments. We'll take a brief intermission. Did I say it too soon? Okay, we may not have refreshments, but we're taking a small break so that you guys can talk about how great we were.
There's plenty of water fountains.
Come back tomorrow and you'll have refreshments. Okay, what's next? Okay, videos.
Okay. Oh, okay. The performance this evening is being videotaped for posterity. So if any of you guys want to purchase a video, you'll actually be seeing the first half of this show out in the lobby during intermission, I hope. And then you can order videos, and we'll be glad to have them made for you.
One thing that I did forget, well, that we forgot to tell you is that many of the people that you've seen on stage are actually reprising the roles that they played in school. With a few years between them, but you know, many. This is a new Dolly, but we're saying hello to her. And we have a presentation, don't we, Ms. Meg? Cheers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we do. Hello. As many of you know, the seats in this auditorium are for purchase, and there are various pricing levels, and we do have that information if you would like to have your name engraved on a plaque, which will be attached to the rear of each chair. So we do have some seats already purchased. I can't read your hand. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then the other, I'm not done with this yet. Yeah, okay. So anyway, following along in that vein, the whole chair thing, we actually would like to present 2 of the chairs to a couple of people who have worked with us for years and years and years and years. And one of them is sitting in the audience. I think the other one's back there somewhere. Mm-hmm. And we'd like to present them at this time, and it's to Connie Lorenz and Joyce Fulkerson. They do have their names engraved on plates. And we're not going to make Mr. and Mrs. Kuglin get up or anything, but that's where the chairs are.
But if you could lean forward.
Prices before you commit. Okay, the other thing is, we did not charge admission for this evening's performance, but since this is a benefit weekend, we would like to encourage as many of you as possible to make donations, if you like.
We're still, paying for a few things.
Yeah, we're still paying for a few things. But isn't this a lovely facility? Light bulbs in all the sockets, and we got microphones plugged in everywhere, and so we're using this to the fullest extent that we possibly can. In fact, this theater is also available for rental if you know anybody that would like to.
We're going to stop the shilling in just a moment. But the other thing we would like to say is that in honor of Halloween, there's a little Halloween bucket in the atrium. And a nice basket. So if you would like to make a donation of some sort, they're there for it. So, go and enjoy the water in your water fountain.
We're going to take about a 15-minute intermission.
But I've got an angel who is lovely from
critic has written, your voice is the voice of a frog! Straight to your side to defend you, I rush. You know that I'm there every time that the world makes an unkind remark. When they say Vera Charles is the world's greatest lush! It hurts me.
And if I say your legs are showing, main wall in your closet, simply that, who else but a bosom buddy would notice the obvious flaws?
I feel it's my duty to tell you it's time to adjust to your age. You try to be pet of my heart when you're Lady Macbeth. Exactly how old are you, Vera? The truth.
How old do you think?
Well, I'd say somewhere between 40 and death.
But sweetie, I'll always be Alice Toklas if you'll be Gertrude Stein. And though I'll admit I dish you, I gossiped and gloated, but I'm so devoted.
And if I say that sex and guts really only that, who else but a bosom buddy will tell you how rotten you are? Just turn to your bosom buddy for aid and affection, for help and direction, for loyalty, love, and more still. Remember that, who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and level, will give you the devil, will sit down and tell you
I'm gonna roll the dice. I will bet each of you $1,000 against a marker for your soul. If I win, you guys show up at the mission tonight. If I lose, you each get $1,000. How about it?
Let me get this. If you lose, each of us gets $1,000. But if you win, we all gotta show up tonight at the Mission Dolls Cabaret.
If I win, you guys show up at the Save a Soul mission. One meeting.
Okay by me? By me too, eh?
You too, Nathan. $1,000 against a marker for your soul.
My soul? I don't think I even got it.
You got one someplace. Now give me the markers. And give me the dice. And give me room.
Come on.
You guys have seen me roll for 100 G's. But I got a little more than dough riding on this one. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me. The pickings have been lush. And yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners. You might refuse to stay. And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how like the king you can be. I know the way it's treated on a guy to be with. Luck be a lady to me. A lady wouldn't be for escort. It isn't fair. It isn't nice. A lady wouldn't wander all over the room
fabulous face. I get no kick from champagne. Your alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some get their kicks from cocaine. I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to me you obviously don't adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some guy in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick out of you.
Babe, I've got one more thing to do. Do you mind another 5 minutes?
I don't mind anything. I love you.
I love you more. Babe, are you happy?
I don't even touch the ground.
It's good, isn't it?
So good I can hardly believe it. Tell me.
Again?
Tell me.
I love you more than all the heroes and all the history books in the world.
Tell me!
What a woman! I'll tell ya. There once was a man who loved a woman. She was the one who swung the dragon for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as me. But me, I love him more.
Tell me!
And there once was a man who loved a woman. She was the one who gave his kingdom for. Say that nobody ever loved as much as me. But me, I love you more. My love is a giant, fierce and defiant, but how can I prove it to you? Ain't got no kingdom or dragon to back up my dragon. How can I show what I would do? I only know that one man loved a woman. She was the one he ate that apple for. Say that nobody ever loved as much as me. But me, I love you more.
And there was a woman who loved a man.
from time to time depressed, and a trauma wells and swells within my breast. I find some pride deep inside of me as I fondly walk the lane of memory. I see Bonaparte, a mean one, if ever I've seen one, and Nero fiddling through that lovely blaze. Antoinette, dainty queen, with her quaint guillotine! Those were the good old days. I'd see Indians dragging an empty covered wagon when scalping all the settlers was the latest craze. In that glorious morn, Jack the Ripper was born! Those were the good old days. I'd sit on my rocking chair, so peacefully rocking there, counting my blessings by the score. The rack was in fashion, the plagues were my passion. Each day held a new joy in store. Was anybody happy? I see cannibals munching a missionary luncheon. The years may have flown, oh, but the memories stay, like the hopes that were dashed when the stock market crashed. Those were the good old days. I walked 1,000,000 miles or more for some of the gore of those good old days. Oh, let me guess. You want more, huh? You want more? It was absolutely thrilling when dentists were first drilling, and the longer it took, why the more I praise all that era of pain long before Novocaine. Those were the good old days. I dozed by the fireside, dreaming of cyanide, never a worry or a care. And how can one measure the infinite pleasure of dreaming of the electric chair? Some found it shocking! And in the aisles I'd slay 'em with arson and with mayhem. It's a hammy routine, but it always plays. And my favorite encore was the 100 Years' War! Those were the good old days. I gladly sail the 7 seas for just one reprise of those good old days.
is, with great pride and prejudice, and the usual pomp and circumstance, that I welcome you to our fair city, and present you with this 14-karat solid gold key, so generously donated by men of the Sweet Apple Brass Works. And as I present this key to you, Conrad Birdie, what happened? All I said was Conrad Birdie.
You said it again!
If you don't stop doing that, I can't finish my speech.
Who cares about your speech? We want to hear from Conrad. Speak to us, oh beautiful one. Tell us how you make that glorious sound that even now, in anticipation of it, reduces me to a raging, snarling, panting jungle beast.
You've gotta be sincere.
What's the matter?
You've gotta be sincere.
Mr. Birdie, what are you doing?
You've gotta feel it here. 'Cause if you feel it here, well then you're gonna be honestly sincere. What you feel is true. Really feel it true. Make you feel it too. Write this down, no you gotta be sincere. Man, you gotta be honestly sincere.
doesn't seem like such a big deal to you. But it was for us. Anyway, we probably remember it better than it actually was.
Or maybe we remember it exactly the way it was. My favorite year was no other year of my life. My favorite year, the time when I knew it had to be one hell of a year, or some other year to never come near. That frantic, impossible, glorious, painfully dear to the year. My favorite year, my favorite year, my favorite
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to call your attention to the insert in the program that Miss Sawyer was talking about earlier. It contains the lyrics to the final verse of the song we have just performed, My Favorite Year.
So, if anyone in the audience has been in a Blackfriars production, cast, crew, directors, choreographers, anyone